right, so I'm here with Mike with Ziegler, and what machine are we going to talk about here?
We're looking at the new next generation of 306 mini excavators.
All right, so here's my big question. I got a TikTok video right now. So we're feedback grants. We do websites and ads for contractors, small businesses. If you need that, we'll do that. But we love telling stories of entrepreneurs and trying to help you make more money. We do tax planning stuff. We do how to grow sales. And then one of the major things that we talk about is how do you be more productive? How do you make more money? And I think that the choice of machinery that you have, the dealership that you have keeps you uptime. And here's the question that I always have. So we're going to do this, but if you had a choice between this machine, the Bobcat equivalent, the John Deere equivalent, the Komatsu equivalent, and it was all the same price, what would you choose if it was all the same price, and why, and who would you choose to have support you? So that's my little curiosity peek. Blaze me, so I'm a cat I drink yellow Kool-Aid like crazy. My dad worked for Ziegler for 35 years, that's why I'm here. So I'm totally biased. Tell me why you think these other competitors are better, and we'll come up with some more videos and address those. So please make the comments in the section. But Mike, walk us through, so what do we got going? Teach us, how do you make more money with this? What are some of the features you got going? And just give us the tour, man.
Sure thing. So 306 excavator, like I said, that's going to be our next generation of excavators. That's going to be between the 306 all the way up to the 309. What you're looking at is a lot of the easy use features coming from the larger size excavators is now starting to come down to the mini excavator side. Things like e-fence or stick steer. We can now cast the track steering onto your joysticks. You can maintain bucket functionality on one side and set cruise control on the other. We have different things like depth control, so you can get down to your depth and maintain that grade a lot easier as you're going back. For all you pipeliners or utility guys, it's going to be a great feature for you. Beyond that, you're going to be looking at better fuel capacity, longer time between service intervals, and then obviously the support of Ziegler CAT.
Because that's your big, so it's always funny, I'll be watching YouTube videos with my son, right? We love watching tractor videos. And we watch these guys, there's even some here in the Twin Cities, and we watch them do their work, and they might buy some other stuff. And when they're going, all of a sudden they're like, all right, we're gonna build this retaining wall. And there's a big local guy here who's showing off his retaining wall. And right in the middle, he gets all out there, he's got all his labor out there, they're finally ready to go. The city comes out and says they can start doing work, and right away his hydraulic pump goes out. No. Immediately. His dudes are all standing there, and in my mind, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, all I see is every one of his subsequent customers, that whole schedule, in a compressed summer time, when he can't work during the winter, everything just got shifted. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Absolutely.
And not only is he paying for all these people to stand around and watch him call, but now he's got to order the part. And then I was like, man, if I was working for Ziegler, I would take this video and I would pay everybody to watch this part, because he goes to call the dealership, who is local, they don't have the part, and it's going to be a day and a half for them to get the part. So when they get out there, now that's a perfect case scenario to make you guys look awesome, right? But talk to us a little bit about what's the value proposition that you guys as Ziegler, along with CAT, how are you guys trying to keep more uptime, productivity, resale value? Hit on some of those things that people should be thinking about, and then we'll get into some of the details here.
Yeah, you know, uptime is the name of the game, especially in construction, right? If you're down, you're losing money. Ziegler CAT, we pride ourselves on being very good at getting our parts out on time. We actually boast more than a 90% on-time delivery rating through parts in both Minnesota and Iowa, as well as our ag markets in Wisconsin and Missouri. So we're willing to go the extra mile to get you what you need, get you back up and running. We want
with your market share. You guys have market share, and that market share, this is globally, CAT's able to keep a supply of parts that's just significantly higher. And I know I've walked into Ziegler many a time. I see your guys' part department. Your part department is the size of most dealerships' entire footprint.
And that's just one location. And we have, you know, hubs strategically placed in Altoona, Minneapolis. We have our ZRC location that's going to be a little bit overflow parking, or overflow parking for parts. That's also going to be where we can have our entire rebuild center. We can rebuild pretty much anything for you.
Which is a big deal when you have a CAT and it lasts a long time, particularly with the new diesel laws coming with the Tier 4 or 5. As machines continue to get nerfed in different ways from bureaucratic laws, no comment there. You might want to keep your machine and invest in rebuilding it, and there's those recapture credits, there's all sorts of reasons. Plus on your taxes, you should be using an S-Corp, managing your balance sheet to be purchasing wise. But when you're doing that rebuild stuff, you get some advantages when it comes to taxes that people should be paying attention to.
The other thing you're going to see coming down the pipeline very soon, and that's already going to be in the next generation of mini excavators and the next generation of wheel loaders, is parts commonality. CAT has a huge push right now for parts commonality. So if you have multiple machines that you're running, I don't want to stock 6, 7 different kinds of filters. I want one filter that works for everything, or a lot of stuff.
What year did that really start? Like, when is it?
It's an ongoing deal, but it's kind of started over the past 2 or 3 years that it's actually been starting to be implemented.
That's what's beautiful about competition, as the other guys start to try and come up, because you guys are number one. Like I always joke, if you could choose anything, you're going to choose a cat. Why is it that you go to the auctions, the cats sell for the highest price? Why? It's not just because it started out higher. It's because you get more work done. You're going to be able to. So if you could choose anything, you'd probably choose a cat. And then just overall, I love the. Why don't you do a walk around here and walk us through what we got going on this machine, and help us know what folks should know as they're thinking of their business.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, what we're going to be looking at is a bunch of new features. One of the main things you're going to see with the next generation of mini excavators is this lower cab around the sides here. You're going to have a lot better visibility looking out the glass in every direction in this mini excavator. The other thing, as we sweep around, we've got easy access compartments for everything. So your service is going to be nice and easy. These are going to be that Tier 4 final. So when the EPA comes in and starts telling you to use a little bit more DEF fluid and use a little bit better emissions, we're already set up for that, so you're good to go. As far as a couple features in the cab goes, you're going to be looking at, we talked about the easy use items, so your e-fence, your stick steer, different options like that. That's going to make even your beginner excavator operators get up to speed very, very quickly and become very proficient, and even make your expert operators more proficient at the same time too. Just making everybody better at the job all at once. A couple other features that you're going to see in this excavator. One of the big ones is actually this removable 3-piece glass. So previously you'd have to take this glass out and store it behind the seat of the excavator. Now I can take and tie that one up into my top glass, swivel the whole sucker up, and she's gone. I got a completely open door. If I still want to do a half door, I can leave that down and just lift the one end. On top of that, in the next generation keypad, I'm going to have a lot of features such as I can do a Bluetooth start and programmable keypads for different operators, so I can set presets for my operators, and whoever logs in, it'll automatically turn into their presets. Stick steer is going to be the one where I can cast the tracks from here over to my joysticks, so I can actually stick forward, drive from here, and I still maintain bucket functionality with my joystick on this side. Great for ditch cleaning. I can turn my turret sideways, cruise control down at a nice creep speed, and clear that ditch as I go. We'll hop back down here. So on top of all the nice easy use features that we've got here, you're also going to be boasting longer service intervals between machine service. You're going to have a better fuel capacity rating, and just uptime in general, you're going to extend that throughout your day and throughout your job sites.